Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Smash Dispatch podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Fidel, joined alongside me, Mr. Ultima Shadow X.
Hello, hello.
We have a big, fun episode today. This is basically going to be our review of, what is this, Challenger Pack 7, I believe? Which is Steve, I think it's 7,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because it would be 5, and then Min, and then this one, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Challenger Pack 7. It is time for our review of Steve or Minecraft X Smash Bros. It is finally here. We've had about 2 days basically to mess with everything with this thing, and let's just right away just thoughts all over the place. What are your thoughts on this character, on Steve and Smash?
I mean, there is so much going on with this character.
There really is.
I remember watching the Sakurai breakdown, being like, there is a lot going on here, but maybe it in game, it's not as much. It will feel more freeform. But I feel like I have to be thinking 2 steps ahead on this character at all times.
Oh man, dude, yeah. Honestly, I want to dive into and everything, but I really think this is just one of the funnest characters in Smash. The amount of dumb shit you can do with this character, listen, I understand that first night, everyone memeing that picture of if you showed me this picture, whatever. But it really is unsettlingly hilarious to see fucking Enderman against fucking Sonic, or just even having 4 Minecraft characters on the map. It's all their animations, all their movements, they're so lifeless, and it's for any other character, if the way they moved and the way they recovered and stuff like that, was animated like that, you would think it's lazy. But with this character...
no, it's so funny. It's so funny. Because,
really
yeah, exactly. I remember someone saying, Steve somehow manages to be the laziest yet the most effort they've ever put into a character.
Exactly.
Because they had, it's like they had to demake a character,
Yeah.
They could have made it such a fluid animation, but it's they had to actually make it like that because that's what the character moves like.
It's so funny. Everyone always looks forward to oh, what's the star KO of this character? What's the splash screen KO of this character? And it's the star KO is literally just him falling straight backwards walking, and it's even you knock him back, you knock him forward, he just walks, you throw, it's everything is that same movement, and it just makes it so funny. And obviously there's more to this character, because man, this character can be fucking dangerous. I feel it's one of the few times I played a new character where I'm playing and I'm I feel there's so many more cool things I can do with this character that I haven't figured it out yet. I really have one thing I've definitely underestimated with the character and haven't utilized as much of is placing the blocks.
I've not gotten used to that yet. I basically where I'm at is I know how to do it, but I'm still getting used to it, because normally it's just I'll just be mining, and I still haven't even processed it. Oh yeah, I could just put a block down whenever and instantly, that is something that I'm gonna have to mess with more, because it is something that I'm still not even registering is something I can even do at this point. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I've seen some people they already can walk in air, and putting blocks down quick already. It's oh my god.
Oh dude, no, some of the videos I just would say that release night of Steve was one of the funniest nights on Twitter. The amount of just funny memes and edits and videos we saw, or someone making obviously a dick with the Minecraft blocks and everything. It's the amount of memes and shit that have come out of this character are just hilarious, because again, it's so unholy for Smash.
It's so really unsettling. There are so many his get-up animation. The one that I think is creepy is he has this wind pose where a creeper explodes and he drops down.
Yeah,
but he just stares at you.
Yeah, he's just
unmoving, and it's
And of course, we gotta talk about why that it really does look like his dick when he's got that meat just...
When he's eating the meat, I know. It's so funny.
It really, I try not to see it, but it's just... It's the shape, it's where it is, it's It's really, I don't know why I don't know how that went through, but I guess maybe Japan didn't think of it. But it's still really funny, man. And yeah, like this character, like I feel like I've played a lot of matches whether it's 4 players or 1 player. It's funny how when you're doing like dittos of this character, there's kind of like a mutual agreement where there's moments in the match where everyone's just mining in their corner.
Yeah, everyone just looks at each other and mines.
Yeah, it's fucking great. And like, yeah, I really think this character from has so much diversity. Like, I really think I'm definitely learning. I'm like, the minecart is such a key tool that you realize early on. Like at first when we saw in the direct, I'm like, okay, like this I'll just use like sometimes to knock into an enemy, but Sakurai said it'll use a lot of materials, so it'll be rare. But like I find the minecart is like one of the most effective things because like it's a way to kind of mess with your opponent where like you're coming at them, you toss the minecart, and then like you jump in the air while you're running towards them.
Yeah, it's an insanely strong tool that I think, well, for one, I didn't think it'd be so good at helping you recover. Like, I thought, like, I thought you wouldn't be able to, like, put it down, or, like, if you did, you just, like, fall. But no, actually, like, the minecart actually is pretty good about getting you back, like, if you're off stage or moving you in the air. But, yeah, the strongest thing about it is that it acts like a projectile, where, like, you can, like, jump, side B, jump out, and then that's like they have to deal with the minecart coming at them. Yeah, and absolutely. What's scary about it is that the minecart, if you are not in the minecart, you cannot shield it. Like the minecart acts like a command grab because you just get stuck inside of it. It's scary.
Yeah, it really is. And obviously, like the more percent you have, the like longer you're stuck in it. It works kind of like how dig works. And like I've had many moments in matches where I've thrown someone into the minecart. They're like falling down. I'll follow them downwards and then spike when they're trying to jump. And like the amount of mix-ups you can do like that with this character, like the amount of off-stage chaos you can cause with this character is hilarious. Like
like his edge guarding is insanely strong. I genuinely, to a point where I fear like there are going to be some characters that just actually can't deal with it at all, and are going to have to like focus on just winning neutral on stage and not getting put off stage. Like for example, I have already seen clips of Roy. Like, you know, Roy's up B kind of goes like diagonal, but because you can just build the ceiling, they get stuck. Same with Inkling.
Right, yeah, exactly. I saw one video where it was like Palutena does her up B where she teleports and the block stops.
Yeah, and like bonks against the side. Now, like, so funny. Now I was like, when he did first come out, my initial fear was like, what happens to tether recoveries? Right. And I saw a clip, so. Everyone who has a tether recovery, don't worry. It will actually like go through blocks. Like, blocks just break. Yeah, exactly. If you try to tether.
Yeah, it does not. It doesn't do the thing that we feared, which is like you can literally just place a block on the ledge and they can't grab it. Like it'll still grab the ledge. Thank God. That would have been
so funny enough. But funny enough, now this means that if you're against Steve and you're playing as Joker, your recovery is worse when you have Arsene because the tether breaks the blocks and Arsene doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing. And like you can like just like. You can place a TNT on the corner of the map and just like obviously I do your little if you hold it downwards.
You know what? That's another thing. I'm not even like that good about using the TNT yet. Like it's a tool that like you know, I usually just drop it and try to like do it, but I never think about the pressure plate or whatever. But it's like so strong. The strongest thing about it.
Yeah, and the anvil. Are you like the downset is insane.
The down air is crazy.
It's scary, bro.
You don't need to commit to it. Yeah. You know.
And it does so much
it's
damage.
Not like Toon Link or like Greninja where you have to jump off or if you, it's like those two it goes down but you have to commit, like you're just stuck going all the way down.
Absolutely.
But on this one, no, you can cancel out of it and it makes your movement even better because you can like go in, minecart, jump back, anvil, jump off anvil, you know?
Yeah. Like it almost feels like it has the power of Kirby's down B if you could like let go of the rock and like get off of it. Like that's how menacingly powerful it is. Like it's so dangerous. And like that's the thing about this character. It's like I really feel like in the hands of certain people, like this character can be monstrous. Like I've seen videos of like people being really strategic where like they'll like up tilt you jump, place a block while they're in the air, and then hit you again. It's like if you can like somehow master like the block building in the air while you're attacking, it's like you can be a demon with this character. And that's how I really love it. It's like there's so like this character to me feels exciting. Like it's not a character that feels like people are playing him for one day and dropping him. Like, he really feels like one I've seen a lot of people be like, they want to main him, they want to really dive into him, because he like, I definitely would not put him in the category of pick up and play. Like, he's definitely not in that category, but he's like definitely one of those, like, it's not one, honestly, once you get the fact of how you like mining down and like getting, you know, the gold or the iron or or whatever, like, it feels pretty like doable to play the character decent enough.
Yeah, I think it's the character kind of reminds me a bit of like it kind of feels not like I don't mean this in terms of how they play. I mean in terms of like what the character does. I feel like it's a very much a Rosalina sort of character. Okay. Or where you have to like you're gonna have to learn all these different setups and figure out how to like set everything. Well, not only set everything up, but like you know figure out like what is the optimal like block placement, different like variables. There's a lot of factors.
Exactly.
Like, it's very much like a character who has a lot going on with what they can do and is going to take time to dedicate to. But like I already can clearly see that anyone who dedicates themselves to playing Steve is going to be massively rewarded, because this character can just because of the character can do things that no other character can do at all. You know?
No, like and it's so what's funny is like the character. This is what I love about it. Like with the character, like with for example like Min, right? It was just like obviously all your moves are just like the arms flinging forward. So there's not much like different types of moves you can do. Whereas with this character, like even someone like me, who's obviously I'm not like playing competitively god levels, but it's like this is a character that's just fun to learn and play, because you can still do enough fun stuff with the character and feel rewarded without having to master them. You know, like just for me, like messing with the minecart and starting to mess around with like placing blocks on the side, or like, oh, the grab is amazing. Like I love his forward grab where it just kind of like throws you forward really far away. His grab actually being that fishing rod is very strong, because because like a lot of the one of the best ways to deal with Steve in my experience is like, you know, he's kind of stubby, and like his swings like they aren't the fastest. So like one of the best ways to deal with Steve is just like, oh well, I'm gonna shield against Steve, because you know he doesn't have that much range. If he hits me, like he's not insanely fast. But like if you run up and shield against Steve and they like start realizing that's what you're doing, they can fishing rod you from like a pretty decent distance. The fishing rod range is pretty decent. And it's fast.
Yeah, it's pretty fast too. It's a lot faster than Isabel's.
Yeah, bro. As someone who plays a lot of Isabel, I always press side B to use the fucking fishing pole, because I'm so used to Isabel, so it trips me out when I end up like doing nothing basically. I'm like, oh shit, wait, that's not what I want to do. But no, the character really is, I find, I would really say it's one of the most unique characters just in Smash in general. Like beyond just like this, just as a DLC character, I really think it's one of the most unique. It's one of the most interesting and fun. And again, it's so funny. Even I really do like how the announcer goes like, he actually says.
Even the announcer can't believe it, dude. He's like Steve.
He's like, Steve. Yeah.
And then he gets super depressed when he reads Alex for whatever reason. Yeah. It's super funny. He's like, oh, all right, Alex. Okay.
I guess. Yeah. I mean,
but
yeah.
Yeah, but like it's again like the fact that you know there's so many like weird things about the character, like you know, like for example, like you know the star KO is them walking. Yeah. The metal and golden Steve are just like blobs, like they're not textured for some reason.
Yeah, it's fucking when you showed that I died of laughter.
Yeah, it was so weird because because when I was doing the spirit battles and the piglin fight is all golden Steves. And I'm like, what happens if, like, because, like, Golden Steve is just, like, a gold color, but they're not shiny, they're just, like, a gold color, but I was like, okay. But I was like, what happens if they get metal? Like, are they reflective? Because, like, you know, all the other metal characters are, like, shiny, metal reflected. This character's just gray. Like, I don't understand. It's probably because it has to do with how they're programmed, because people found out. And this is honestly hilarious. People are already dumping Minecraft mods in Smash now, because the texture for Steve is 1-to-1 with the Steve or with the Steve texture from like the original Minecraft, like from the base game.
Dude, yeah, so I saw
you
that.
You can just literally import any custom Minecraft skin and it will work because it's the exact same texture.
It's insane, dude. Yeah, no, like I saw that mod video on Twitter where like it was like, yeah, just someone pressing plus to add their skin. I was like, what the fuck? This is so weird. Like it's insane, man. Like the way they designed the character and everything. Like it really is like the character on a technical and gameplay standpoint, I just think is amazing and just like one of straight up the best in the game, like by far. I just think everything about his moveset, everything about like the comedic effect about him, everything about how unsettling it is to just fight this character, be against this character, is just really funny, man. Like I really think they if we're just talking, like I have a list of the shit we have to talk about, but like as just the character alone, I think he's like amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think for me, like the problem that I have with the character, like personally, is like the attacks like aren't very like visually interesting, I guess. Like right. I don't know. Like I mean, obviously that's because of the game. That's not like I'm not docking them. Yeah. But like when I'm playing the character and I'm just like hitting people with like the walking forward and using the sword and like using up tilt, like it's not very exciting to me. That's fair. Yeah, but I guess but it's interesting. Like it's interesting, you know.
Yeah, exactly. He's definitely an oddity. And also his up B is fucking ass. If you're like downwards, you are like not in a good position.
Okay, so that is something that I did want to bring up, because I thought initially like I'm low, but I'm just gonna like, you know, I'm put off stage, I'm low, I'm gonna build blocks and like jump back up. And people were like, you can't actually do that. You actually can't do that. They thought about that. It seems like from the like presentation that we saw, like they definitely made more adjustments to how blocks work. Yeah. It's so I always said that Steve, his recovery is surprisingly worse than I thought. Like
it is,
just because of the block thing. It's very good horizontally because of the glide, but like vertically, it's very limited.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like, here's the thing: if you have iron to do your minecart, you'll be fine. Like you can just side B and then up B, you'll be fine. But if you don't have iron and you're like lower, you can demonstrably get fucked. And especially because like if you land on the stage like head first, you're gonna obviously take like basically fall damage and like someone can hit you. Or if you like land smoothly, you can get up fine. So there is the recovery isn't the best, but yeah, at least like the iron I find is one of the most important things, really, especially because like the minecart is super important. The anvil. It's like, yeah, those two alone are worth just mining for the stuff. I did notice that like aside from when you're doing Steve Dittos, like when I was playing against Sonic, it was actually hard to get materials because like Sonic is just like running after you and just trying to hit you and not let you do that.
Yeah, there are characters who can take advantage of Steve's like lack of speed and the fact that like he's kind of stubby.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Sonic, ZSS definitely. I played a lot of Bowser against him, and I was having a fine time until I got put off stage, but that's a different story. Like, well, because Bowser's fast, Bowser's heavy, he can get in Steve's face. Yeah. Anyone who can get in Steve's face will do well against him. So I definitely don't think the character is absurdly broken.
No,
it's kind of reminds me of like Hero, where like Hero, Hero can't just open the menu and pick whatever. You can just get in his face, you know. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. Just like Steve alone as the character, amazing. So next up here, the stage. What did you think of the Minecraft stage? The stage is nice. It's fun. But what I am actually very excited for, hazardless Minecraft world has no blocks. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a problem.
It is just the platforms, which may be legal. Like it is, which that excites me to get a new stage potentially. Now it is very big. I think it's probably bigger than Kalos if I had to guess, but still.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm down for that to be a competitively viable stage. It feels like there's nothing wrong with it. The only problem I can think of with the stage is, it has, you can choose the variation by pressing the button at the start of the match. Yeah.
I wonder if the stage was made to be competitive, if it was made legal, how do you factor in which transformation? Is that something like both players would have to agree to? That sort of thing. Or would it just be like they have to both agree that it will be random,
Yeah, I wonder. Maybe there will be like one of them that's specifically viable or something like that. But either way, I think it can
maybe
be
one of the variations they'll pick from like one or two of the variations, because it might be redundant at some point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And like in general, just as the stage one, I really like it because like one of my favorite things about the DLC, a lot of them, some of them better than others, is like how oftentimes the background will have like the characters from that game doing stuff and walking around, right? For this one, like it really is funny to just see like how the original Endermans that are really tall are in the background, and you're seeing the spider, or you're seeing a zombie try to walk into a house and then like it turns into sunlight and the zombie dies. It's like
burns
it's a very
away. Yeah,
exactly. It's like there's definitely a lot of dynamic background stuff going on that I really like, as opposed to like a character like I don't know, like Byleth was disappointing because like the characters are just standing there, right? Like you have your
so that was definitely one of the things that I really was like one of the things that bothered me about Byleth was not only the characters like don't say anything, like on the P5 stage they said stuff to you, you know, but they didn't on the Three Houses stage, but also they didn't use the same shaders on that stage, so the models look awful. Like I'm just gonna say that the models on the Garrick Mock stage for the background characters just look gross because there's no shading at all. But yeah, on this stage, it's funny to just watch the background characters just do stuff. Like, also, I noticed that the animals make noises. I was playing around, and I distinctly heard, like, the cow moo. And I was laughing so hard, I just heard, like, a mrrr in the middle of a match, you know?
And I think you discovered that thing where, like, he has actually fall damage sound, like, if you jump, like, from
if you fall from enough height, it's not the oof. Unfortunately, the oof is long gone. But the actual sound of taking fall damage, the like sound, is actually in the game. If you fall from enough height, it's hilarious. They really thought it through.
Yeah. No, obviously, like, you could tell, like, obviously we saw a bit of Sakurai's world yet, but you could tell, like, he definitely thought of everything. And they really do like the meat eating animation, because it's like, it's a taunt, it's in the trailer, it's a victory animation thing, it's everywhere, you know? They gotta have
it's funny that like that's like something that's like taken from like you know, the online culture, you know, like also like what else was I gonna say? Yeah, some people were like, wouldn't it be like hilarious if like Steve had like another meter where he had to work on his hunger in order to like do more damage, blah blah blah. I thought that'd be really funny. But like he already kind of has something like that with the like the tools breaking. Like I've seen like diamond sword, like diamond tools are like Arsene. They're just Arsene. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I've
seen like the diamond tools break someone's shield in like 2 hits. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, no, the diamond shit, like, that's scary, bro. And yeah, like, so much about it is put well into that. And yeah, like, I love, again, the different biomes. Like, you have the snowy area, you have, like, the sunlight, the nighttime. And, oh my god, the songs. How the fuck does Minecraft music slap? Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, no, it goes super hard. Like, I'm not even someone who is, like, super familiar with, like, with Minecraft music in general. Like, you know, I'm not someone who plays a game. So I had no attachment to the original soundtrack, you know, that's in the game. So that's why like I could enjoy like these arrangements a lot more and not have to think like, oh man, I wish they could get like base game music, because these arrangements are insane and they are done by like super talented people. Like Yoko Shimomura did a Minecraft song. Yeah,
Aces, it's fucking
who are
weird,
like the
dude.
Xenoblade composers did one. It's like what?
It's fucking crazy, dude. I can't believe fucking Yoko. Like she makes the Kingdom Hearts stuff, right? Like that's fucking crazy.
She does Kingdom Hearts. She does a ton of game stuff. Yeah.
It's just so, everything about this character is just fucking weird, dude. But yeah, no, I really think the stage, it's just really fun. Whether you're playing competitively or casual, like, that's the thing I love about this stage. It's like, competitively it's fun, casually it's fun. Like, it's got both factors in it that are really cool, and the songs are really dope. So, next we have the Spirits. Now, the Spirits, this is one of the few times in Spirits where, like, I don't really get the references, so it was more like funny matchups.
I didn't really get the references either. I really didn't. Like, other than like, well, the Link one is like, okay, well the skeleton has the bow and arrow, so they spam the bow and arrow, and like the other than like baseline stuff, I didn't really quite get all the connections.
Right.
But I liked the spirit battles a lot. They were all fun and varied. They were very different than the other ones. Certainly a lot better than the ARMS one, because they didn't reuse
where half of them are in the game already.
Yeah. I really liked it. I think, man, I will say the Ender Dragon spirit fight is probably one of the harder spirit battles I can remember in a while.
It definitely is, yeah.
It took me a good few tries to get that one because, like, you take so much damage from the big Ridley.
Yeah, and again, really clever that they use the Ridley. They do that in the classic mode too. Where, again, the classic mode, I was doing it on stream where viewers were explaining to me stuff. Yeah, it's like Link is the skeletons. At the end, Ridley's like Ender Dragon. You have like white Kirby's as like the little ghost stuff. So it's like there's a lot of clever stuff they're doing with obviously the Minecraft stuff. As much as they can, obviously. Which, again, that's what I've always appreciated about Spirits is that they try to do, like they make clever ways with all the tools in Smash to recreate a fight as good as they can.
Yeah, that, like, again, the Ridley Ender Dragon, even on classic mode, it was, I struggled with that. I definitely had to use a continue. It was a very hard fight, one of the harder fights. Yeah. But I liked the classic mode route. You know, again, it was pretty varied.
It's fun.
I didn't get every single reference. I think the, I guess, like, the one, I wasn't sure what the Warriors were supposed to be, if I'm being honest.
Someone told me, fuck, I'm trying to figure this out. Someone told me it was like they are the villagers, like the creepy like pig villagers, because there's like villagers in the game with like these like pink noses and stuff.
Is that the piglins? Is it supposed to be the
piglins?
Piglin?
It might be the piglins. That's what I kind of understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, it's called a Journey to Far Lands. I'm not quite sure
I don't know what that means.
That's referring to.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's like, it's like, again, on one hand, it's really funny, like how, like, I just don't know things about this character, even because, like, I did a whole, which a lot of people made fun of me for, I did a whole stream where I played, like, Minecraft really for the first time, so I definitely understood the character a bit more, but yeah, obviously, like, the in-depth references, I did not understand that much, but it was still fun. Like, I thought it was just, like, a fun classic mode to go through and fun spirit battles overall. Like, obviously,
yeah, again, I thought that was more thought out and well made than the Midman one, because the Midman one was just really confusing.
Yeah, it was not. Again, it's like, I feel like, well, obviously the minimum and half of them were in the game, and like it's hard to emulate a game where the only thing about ARMS is that there's characters with stretchy arms, so it's just hard to emulate that. Whereas like with Minecraft, it's like obviously while you can't make everyone blocky, you can at least have characters look the part and do other stuff there. So really fun on that note. But yeah, just everything about that character is really weird. Then we have the Mii costume. So a lot of cursed shit going on the
the absolute first off, the creeper and pig ones, even if you took away combining it with something else, are horrific.
Yeah,
they're just horrific.
Yeah, they're not
cool.
But
adding Sans head or like Cuphead and like it's horrifying. It's so scary.
The Sans head is like, it's so long. Like it's like it's like the body feels like it's so much bigger. It's so cursed. I hate it. Like I hate how good it looks because it just makes, it's like even like Sans on the Bomberman body is weird, on the pig body, or even the creep, like having that, because everyone, like you've gone to a million conventions where you see someone with the creeper head as a blocky thing, but to see that like in the game on like characters like Bomberman or like a Mario outfit or like a fucking Nara, whatever the Persona guy is out, it's like, it's fucking weird. All these premium Mii costumes this time around are so weird.
Yeah, they like. I honestly think like, even like you know, that even as like her stuff aside.
Yeah.
I do think like this has been one of the wilder packs. Like even the Bomberman stuff. Like just putting Bomberman on top of stuff that he shouldn't be on. It's unsettling. It's a very unsettling pack.
It really is.
Now I know a lot of people also like were super big. I know I've already played a lot of people who like are using the Travis Mii because they love Travis. So you know, I just feel bad that it didn't come with a song. The Travis one should have at least come with a song, I think.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, I thought it was the opposite. Like I saw no one on my timeline bringing Travis. I thought maybe it's because they were just in depression. So. But yeah, no, it's definitely it's definitely like it sucks that none of these, because it's weird, like honestly, like Bomberman just could have been a premium. Like he pretty much is, aside from not having a song on there. Because the fact that you literally look like Bomberman and you can swap character colors too, like that definitely justifies premium to me. So I just wish they had dropped a song in there and just called it a day with that one.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So we have that for the Mii costumes. What else? We also have, oh yeah, the patch notes. So we have like just the 9.0, version 9.0 patch notes. There was not like a shit ton of changes, but there were some here. So I'm trying to look here. For example, like Donkey Kong got like a small buff. Link got a buff. He made his up smash easier to hit multiple times. Pikachu got a buff.
It's again like, you know, Sakurai was like, well, we usually do this with the balance team at lunch.
Which was really funny.
So I wasn't expecting anything big.
Yeah.
To be honest, but I do like there was a good amount of changes here. A lot of them were just like the multi-hit jabs, like the rapid jabs, just fixes to that. The fact that they buffed Ness and Sonic when online play is like the only play going on right now, and those characters are infamous for online. It's like I don't necessarily get it. Like even if you factor in like, you know, low-level players who play online and get annoyed, like those characters annoy people. So I don't really know where that was coming from, but at least they made it. They buffed moves that people didn't really use in the first place. You know.
Yo, one thing I really like.
I like the ice. Like now, I'm very happy the ice climbers got fixed.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was gonna say.
They didn't make Nana stupid anymore.
Exactly. Now that is a big deal because I'm someone who I literally used to main ice climbers. I love the ice climbers, and I don't know what happened in this game. Nana is the dumbest thing in the fucking planet, so I can't use the character at the fucking time. So the fact that I haven't even gotten a chance to play her much, but the fact that they've made her AI better, they've made hits easier, extending launch distance.
They made that the up special like doesn't just fail for some reason, because like I've had it where like I want to up B and like Nana just like doesn't want to do it. Like she's just like checked out for the day, I guess. You know?
She's like I'm good. I'm not in the mood now.
I'm not in the mood.
Charizard got buffed too, which is hilarious. Look, why would they make his side special easier to hit? Why? It's already so aggressive.
Well, yeah, I think, like, I don't know, were people falling out of it? Like, that's what surprised me to hear, you know? But also, like, a big buffs to Bowser Jr., who really needed it. People thought Bowser Jr. was, like, one of the worst characters. So, again, it's a mixed bag. I like the Ness and Sonic stuff. It's like, I don't get it, but a lot of the other stuff I do. And I wasn't expecting anything groundbreaking to begin with because of the situation. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because, like, not only are they not able to test much in the studio, but, like, there's no, like, competitive scene for Sakurai to watch a lot of going on. And yeah, like, well, I mean, as a Sonic fan, I'm happy with it. And Ridley got some buffs too, so that also made me very happy. So some cool buffs in there, nothing too crazy. I don't think there's anything really that crazy ever in character buffs smash. But again, what I do like is what I always say is I like that characters get buffed and not nerfed. Like that's way more, that's always just more enjoyable to the game because it just makes it, people want to pick up a character more as opposed to being like, I'd rather just not touch it.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Like again, like I think I like that they've been very sparing with nerfs. I think it's better to prop up weaker characters than reduce stronger ones, unless the strong ones are like oppressive.
Right.
But yeah, I like the patch notes. You know, a lot of people do want like more changes, and I get that.
Yeah.
But personally, I think this is the way they've been patching this game overall has been very, very solid, where it's been like incremental, small adjustments here and there over time, as opposed to like Smash 4's reactionary, like, oh, patch notes, this character sucks now, sorry, you know?
Exactly, yeah, no. It's amazing.
But yeah, very, very solid overall.
Yeah, overall, really sick there. And also, like, were you able to get the character right away? Because I definitely saw, like, even when the game was up, like, I was on call with someone on stream, was like, like, their eShop was still crashing or not loading, like, well,
it varied for me. Now, I don't think it necessarily like broke the servers, quote unquote. Now the eShop, I do say the eShop I couldn't get in to buy the Mii costumes.
Yeah,
I was having trouble getting into the eShop to get the Mii costumes, but the patch itself, like, it went through at like 9:02, and then once the patch installed, like, I opened the game and I got Steve right away. So I didn't have an issue with doing it. I did have an issue trying to get to the eShop to buy the costumes though. So I think just because I had the Fighters Pass, I got Steve okay. but people who like had to go to the eShop to get Steve and the costumes
that
and the
seemed
like, I think the eShop definitely did crash. I will say that. I think the eShop crashed for sure.
Yeah, eShop had issues. Yeah, I was really on call with 2 people that didn't have the fighter pass, and they were having like issues trying to get into the eShop. So it was definitely
not as bad as Joker though. It didn't last as long as Joker.
No, definitely not. Yeah, no, of course. Again, they've been prepared ever since then, which is good. Like clearly that was like that was a weird situation with that. But yeah, like overall, right, this entire pack, everything that's come with this character, everything about it, like, how do you feel overall about Minecraft Steve's inclusion in Smash? Like, are you happy with it?
Honestly, one of the best ones yet. Just because in terms of like, not only because of like what is given with the character, but of like this character is so crazy in of itself. Like, I really don't think we're ever gonna see anything like Steve again. You know?
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
If I had to like put it next to the other DLCs, I would honestly say like I will like probably like Terry, Joker, and then Minecraft Steve in terms of like if you're factoring in the character itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I only put Joker so high because like the music and the stage and everything about the character is like very personal. I love Persona, exactly. But like Terry, Joker, and then Steve.
Yeah, no, I really adore this character. I think I haven't smiled and laughed playing like a new character DLC since Ban. Like obviously like I love Terry, but like he's not one that's like, it's more like holy shit, this character is cool. Whereas like Steve has been one where I'm laughing playing the character.
So yes, Steve is like Hero. Where it's a wacky character that's just still fun to play. You know? Yeah,
he's just so fun. He's like, I really think I'm going to just add him to my rotation. Like, I just think he's fun, he's wacky, he's ridiculous, he's got crazy moves, it's fun to beat someone with the character. Everything about it is just, like, unsettling and funny, and the amount, again, I think every character content pack just for $6 has always been worth it, but I really do think with this one, you're definitely getting the bang for your buck. Like, I'm with you. I would say, like, this for me is, like, it's in that top 3 conversation for me where it's, like, I think Banjo, because I really adore Banjo and wanted him in, and Joker maybe, or Terry, like one of those, like either way, it's in that conversation of the top. It might be even not number 2 or number 2 probably, I don't know. Either way, I really think it's a fantastic character. I think they did a good job. Props to the team for all this, and yeah, I'm with you. Like, I don't think there's a character, I mean, literally, like, Minecraft is the best-selling game of all time. There's technically not a character that can be bigger than this, but, like, obviously there's characters that can bring in a lot of hype, like Dante or Sora or whatever, but, like, this one is really, I think, one of the best in terms of, like, not only comedic effect, but crazy videos, but crazy just, like, moveset and everything about it. It's just, it really is amazing how fucking far we've come in Smash, where a character this character was memed into this game a million times, and it's a character that I was so adamant that I was like, I just don't want this character or Waluigi in the game, and here I am just saying that this is one of my favorite characters in the game, so real big props to the team.
Like, I definitely feel that. Like, this wasn't a character, some people were like, oh god, I can't, no, we don't want Steve in the game. I never felt that way, because I always felt like, would it be my first pick? No, but Minecraft is, like, the biggest game. It makes sense. The character can do a lot. And what the character can do is, like, way more than I ever imagined. Because, like, again, a lot of people just thought, like, oh, well, you can use this move for a special, like the whole crafting, getting materials, building blocks, like people did not even think they would go to this level, to make the character work and feel like they do in Minecraft. And it's insane. Like, also, like, not even factoring the fact that, like, the material aspect on all the stages is crazy. Like, I haven't really, like, thought about it that much because I was only playing on like Battlefield and the like, but yeah, crazy. It's crazy. I can't wait to see what people. It's very much a character like Ice Climbers, or where you're like, oh man, what are people gonna do with this character?
Exactly. I think where the fear came from this character getting in the game is I'm pretty sure it's the only character that is like considered kind of like, I mean, no, it's like Sans, where it's like a meme, right? And, like, because of this character is obviously heavily in meme culture and stuff, I think that's where a lot of people's initial fear of, like, I don't want this character in this game came from. Especially when premium Mii costumes were announced as a thing, everyone's like, oh, okay, that would make sense for where to go. But, like, now it's like, I could not imagine a world where this character just isn't in this game, and he's just like insane and funny. So yeah, good on that. So yeah, guys, that is our review of Smash Bros. Challenger Pack 7. Definitely one of the best out there. Let us know what you think in the comments below, how you feel, how's everything with the character for you. And of course, I'll see you all next week with whatever else we come up with. There's probably a shit ton to talk about with this stuff. And yeah, you can catch you on Twitter on the download though. Subscribe it for more. You can catch Ultima at Ultima Shadow X. And we will see you all next week. Peace out.
Peace.